Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Titans. We are now on season 4, episode 10, which is called Game Over. Then the last episode in particular was all focused on Gar. We got to see Gar, who'd been missing for 2 episodes before that. We found out that he has a connection to something called the Red, or as he's now renaming it, the Green, which is basically, from what I can pick up, some kind of interdimensional force that he's able to travel through space and time in. And it's because it connects all living things, including animals. And he's connected to it because of his ability. And he isn't 100% sure how to control it yet, but he is at least aware of the fact that he can make himself travel to different times and places using it. And apparently that is how he saved the life of the Titans when Sebastian let out his devil cry. So we ended the episode with him trying to get back to his friends because we saw that the former keeper of the Red wanted to pass the mantle on to Gar to basically live life as the lone guardian of this force. But Gar was like, if this thing has been going the way that I wanted to and I've been breaking the rules of it all this time, then why do I have to follow your rules? So he said, no, I'm going to help my friends. I'm going to do this with my friends. I'm not going to do this solo. He tried to send himself back to the past or the present or wherever he was supposed to be, but he ended up showing up in a completely different place, and he's not exactly sure where he is or what's going on and how to get back to his friends. So that's where we left that episode. Excited to see if we're going to get a reunion of the full team. We are only 3 episodes away from the finale now, so I'm thinking we got to get together soon if we want to see some progress. And also, little snippet as well, Connor has made it looks like he's going to offer some sort of a deal to Sebastian or try to defeat him on his own. We're not sure yet. So those are the balls in the air right now, ready to jump into the episode. Just before I do though, however, if you've never been here before, welcome. I do reactions to shows like this here as well as many other things. So if you'd like to watch me finish up this show or watch many of the other ones that I do, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you showed some love to the like button as well. It just helps a girl out. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and join the family if you haven't already. Okay, that out of the way, guys. Let's get into the episode right about now. Oh, okay. Well, chill out, Gar. You deserve it. It's been a long day. Hard times. The sheets are a little bit on the old side, though. Oh, well, that's rustic. I mean, I've heard about having your feet on the ground, but geez.
Everybody! Fuck that lives!
Finally! You've been asleep for 3 days.
Damn.
Oh, Gar, meet Vic. There's a 50-50 chance you'll kill each other.
I mean, we can be friends. Come on. Oh, please.
Nice guys.
I'm not impressed.
It's also not our house.
And just to make the madness complete, there's apparently no way out.
I'm not sure where we are.
Like, if you're gonna grow something, couldn't you grow in the marijuana? That would at least made it more fun in there. I'm totally kidding. I don't even do weed.
I'm taking over LexCorp.
Oh, girls for you.
Good for you.
Right? Exactly.
Where May Bennett's marionette strings aren't pulling you out of bed.
Oh.
Walking you to where she wants you to go.
Oh,
You don't know anything about me.
really?
And I know that you're May Bennett's suicide bomber. And once she straps you with her hatred, kicks you into a shopping mall, she watches the explosion.
Not Connor actually finally spitting some bars.
You know what we call the things we keep in a little private book that we don't want others to see?
A diary.
We call those dreams.
Oh, that too, I guess.
What's your dream, Sebastian?
Oh, look at you getting all deep. But it's true. No one's actually asked Sebastian what he wants, except for Rachel.
Join me at LexCorp.
Okay.
Whatever's in that book, I can make it a reality.
How embarrassing is it though that you like have all this all powerful darkness at your fingertips, but you can't even make a video game on your own? Hey, you're not even 21. Someone should have carded him. You had time to get business
Sit in my
cards,
office.
man?
I'll let him run that card if you want to believe in dreams again.
I can't. You literally can like run around the world at Mach speed and you had business cards made for a company.
You know, at the end of the journey, tonight we trumpet the horn.
Oh, do we?
Let your father arrive. I would love to see Metropolis be the first brought to its knees.
Okay.
How come you never ask me what I want?
Because she doesn't care. Like Rachel said.
I have power. Mother, I have power.
Why are you calling her mother? She's been far from. She's like, that's so cute, but I don't actually like you.
You're nothing.
There you go.
Without Trigon's power, you will always be nothing.
See? That's your own mama telling you that. Your mama.
And now you want to shame me? Pathetic child?
Don't, Mother.
Don't call me that.
Right? Thank you.
My son. Embrace this power.
I am trying.
Respectfully, she hit me like that, I might have to hit her back.
Oh, are you gonna cry, Sebastian?
Look at
Are
her.
you crying, Sebastian?
You look at her. See? Rachel warned you.
But tonight, you're gonna use that horn and you're gonna bring him back to us.
And if he doesn't? About time. It's fine. She's fine. She's fine. And if she's not, that's what you do for provoking somebody with dark powers, you dummy. Clearly all that time in an asylum did not help you get any smarter, ma'am. Is she actually gone, though? She could be, because, I mean, these are Trigon. She was using Trigon's powers herself. Good for him, though, because honestly, Connor's ticking me off right now, but he's so right. Like, both Connor and Rachel basically said the same thing, just in different ways. They both said, this woman don't care about you. She cares about her baby daddy. She went through all them 9 months of hell for her baby daddy, not for you.
Clean energy. Ending starvation. Disease.
You really have to give it up.
Poverty.
That boy just literally fire roasted, barbecued his mama, not but 24 hours ago, and now he's all dressed up in a suit, talk about, so I make games like Miss Pac-Man? Woo, Sebastian, you crazy.
You gotta give it to him. He does the whole bald-headed, charming psychopath thing very well.
What if he is working with Sebastian?
Exactly. Let's not write that off.
So let's go to LexCorp. Connor will have to decide which side he's on, and then...
I think he's made it abundantly clear.
All of this happened because of me, because of what I am. If I have to die to stop it, then better me than Corey.
No one has to die.
Well,
Magic is just science we don't understand yet.
Except when it's not.
right?
Please, don't make me do this. Don't make me wait on the sidelines. Let me help.
I gotta make a call. Long distance.
Oh, you meant an actual call. I thought you meant like a call in this situation. Gotcha.
Keep an eye on LexCorp.
This makes no sense though. Like, Rachel's one of your biggest assets if something goes wrong. I feel like her powers probably nullify against her brothers, if anything. They're the same source.
The door!
Oh? Corey versus Cyborg? I'm down. I'm down.
Scar? Oh my gosh.
So we just gonna ignore the sucker punch, or?
No.
Fist already met Vic's face.
Sorry.
Not really, though. He deserved it.
Forget about it.
She did. She truly did. She was like, oh, who are you again? I'm sorry.
Sorry, Corey. We're trapped here.
You seem a little too happy about it, though, Gar, which is probably why no one can leave. What are you afraid of? Why are you putting the people that you care about in a place that they can't leave and can't get hurt? Well, except for Victor. He deserved it. He deserved it.
If your game is viable, I don't see a limit in consumer adoption.
If the game
Oh my gosh, you eat? I didn't know that wealthy godmen actually eat.
Can I have a moment alone?
Sure.
It's all a bit...
Just know that I have super hearing and x-ray vision, so you're never really alone.
In English, the key of night.
This is black magic.
I mean, if we're in the realm.
It finds inner evil, gives it a physical form, a form that can be destroyed.
So you want to use this to break my tie with Sebastian?
I wanted to give you
Black magic is not like me. It's something different. It's something darker.
How's that possible? Trigon's literally the devil.
You're nothing. Without
That's gonna eat away at him, because, you know, hearing those words from your parents, it cuts deeper than anyone.
Metreon Synthos.
Oh, did you just turn into a... See, it was a cute little program, and now you're gonna, like, what? Make everybody turn into your mind slave? Guess so. It's not for you. Magic. You're a slow learner. You trying to learn it? It's like, thank you. I was feeling a bit chilly.
Sorry to invade your office. Feeling better?
Fantastic.
Oh, did something evil? Brought a smile to your face? Great.
You don't have to worry about my mother anymore.
Really?
No one has ever let me choose my own path. Till now.
What? Rachel? Corey? They let you oh, you ingrateful little... Okay. Sorry, I meant ungrateful, but I was thinking ingrate and ungrateful at the same time. How quickly forget the women who let you stand in this world.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's the charm of Corey. She can punch you in the face and a few hours later you're practically in love. You never stood a chance, Vicky.
The red has a will of its own.
No, it doesn't. This is you.
It doesn't tell you directly what it wants. You have to figure it out.
No, this was you. Remember you turned to green before this happened?
He created the virus that killed my parents.
That's great. I mean, it's terrible.
The red wanted me to
But can we
accept it.
process this after we save the world?
God, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy to hear that, really.
Right, that's great. But
Is that why you brought me here?
right?
To tell me that?
Right?
Maybe there's something you need to balance.
I don't have time to find balance right now.
You kind of have to, sweetie, or you're gonna burn up.
So I just need you to get us out of here.
I can't.
You can.
This is who I was told to find.
By a friend.
You don't need to worry. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
I'm worried. I'm worried.
Bond between the child and the brother of blood. You will give it form. When it comes, you kill.
How come Bruce? Or, how come Dick has to kill it? Shouldn't she?
There's no blade.
You sure?
Your faith will make the blade. Your weapon is your love for this child.
Oh, maybe Gar should have done this.
Hit that command key, and your vision is all over the globe.
I thought it already was. Or did he just poison the program, I guess? Abraxas. Sounds evil.
It's become a global phenomenon in 8 hours.
Is it a phenomenon? Oh, we just lost you. The way you should have scanned that for actually, I don't think there's anything at Star Labs to check for mystical energy. Woo! Glad you're feeling good, Sabby. Even though it's not true success because you brainwashed everyone, but okay.
You have known death, but you are not dead. Death remembers you.
What? Ma'am, this is about her. Let's not go into my past. Wishing evil on me. I would literally snatch those pearls off your neck.
Good night.
That's what you get. I'm just kidding. I feel bad for him. I guess he didn't know, but he should have known that anyone who just suddenly, anything made by Sebastian, you don't just log in and touch it.
I may have added a little something to our game.
And now you're evil.
Something in them flows into me.
Their literal life force.
Perhaps their lives. Or maybe it's their souls.
Both.
We're all connected now.
Look what you did. You happy, Connor? Because you can handle it. You got it.
I wonder if this is what God feels like.
Oh my God. And not you.
Their deaths will mean something now, and they will live forever in me.
Great.
Take a seat.
See how you thought you were in control there, Junior?
It's the future.
You see, Lex Luthor would have had 6 backup plans to make sure this never happened. You know Lexi, just like you know Superman. You're just a boy. Just a boy.
Into the light, I command thee.
Thank you. Look what you did. Why did she spit it outside the circle? Couldn't you have vomited it in the circle? It's gonna look like you. It's gonna look like you. Oh, okay. That was inside of you, Rachel? Girl. I feel like that's like a manifestation of periods. That feels like the kind of energy that would come from a period for sure. You realize this thing is not real. Like, you have to use your blade of faith here, buddy. But as usual, you're always trying to beat everything to death.
Go, I don't have much time.
I know we've never completely answered the question as to whether either of you have a functional penis.
What do you think they're talking about?
I mean, it is a question, but is it one for answering right now?
I didn't do this.
You did. You did a little bit.
Have you ever heard of the theory of in and out? I have, actually. I learned it last night when I was with your mom.
Oh, not the smack talk. It's getting real.
You found a way out?
Maybe.
Corey's like, I'm confused.
I don't want to go back to another psychopath. The silly name, too much power. Something just clicked for me while I was here.
What's that? That you should have been a Wimbledon star?
I'm not going back because I hate Sebastian. I'm going back because I love what he's trying to destroy.
There you go. You can still hate Sebastian, though.
It's not just him. Whatever it is, it's happening to people all over the world. Until we can understand the cause, this is everything we can do.
So he doesn't go to a real hospital. He just hangs out Star Labs in this really weird cot in the middle of a room.
Well, let's not look a gift back door in the asshole.
Okay, yeah, the phraseology, not working.
Oh, I read that already. It says that we're trapped because of you.
Oh, no more tennis court.
Guys, we'll help.
Oh, it's Indiana Jones. The walls are closing in. Come on, you can do it. Stick your feet out. There's a Star Wars scene like this too.
Hey, not me. I'll be your guidance system. You what?
Right, can you be amazed later? Let's go chop chop. But don't shoot Gartha.
Just don't!
You heard what she said, because if you do, she coming for your ass. You think that punch was something? It's going to be a tickle. It's going to be a tickle in comparison.
I'm thinking ritual. The players don't know it. Bernard didn't know it. I think it's killing people.
No thinking about it. Proof. Bernard. See, kids, games are dangerous. I'm dead. I'm joking. Even if it was dangerous, I'm pretty sure I'd have to die playing my games. I'm not giving them up. Dick, can you move faster? Rachel's fading away by the millisecond and you're cautiously turning corners. Like, running like a warrior, bro. Now he's beneath you. You're terrible at this, Dick.
Technically, we'd be committing cyber warfare against a private corporation, and that's a felony.
Well, Sebastian...
They're evil, and I'm older than Connor. Let's go.
Backdoor through Lectorp security. Forget it. They'll never be that sloppy.
You want to bet You forget that humans program this stuff, man. We make mistakes all the time.
There's one thing that humans like is a back door.
Oh, you're just giving her halitosis? Hi!
Very loudly.
Oh. You didn't feel that breeze?
Would you look at that? There's a back door after all.
And its name is Connor. I like it. Back door. Backdoor Kent. I love that the old lady just took off. She's like, anyways, I warned y'all this was dangerous. I'm out.
Yeah, about time, bro.
Get away from my friend.
It's kind of a small blade, though. Expected a bit more from you. Is that enough? Ew, did it just eat your knife?
So when do I get to meet your friend?
He's not the kind of friend you want to have.
Who is he?
Sebastian.
Get off the floor. Look at you make it like you didn't do anything, sir. You let them in, but this was your fault. You needed the help of the Titans yet again to fix your mistake.
Buddy.
No one's asking where he's been. Okay.
I think the new CEO of LexCorp is on our side.
I don't know about that. I think he just didn't feel good about, destroying a bunch of innocent people. Ruling the world's no fun if everyone's gone. That was quite the juxtaposition. Bright, sunny office. Morgue. Who's this? Oh, is this his mother? Yeah, I had a feeling she wasn't gone. Oh, you finally matched the outside to the inside. Ugly. Yeah. You really didn't think it was that easy, did you? That woman was faster than Connor somehow. Like, there's some really dark-ass magic going on there. Ooh. I like how they ended it on her still in his head. Like, despite the fact that he thought he got rid of her. Again, I don't know if that's real. It might be. I feel like she's not gone that easily. But even if she isn't, the mark, the impression, the psychological warfare, that's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. All right, well, that was episode 10. And it was, I'm going to say, it felt a bit fillery, to be honest. Considering that we're so late in the season, it felt a bit fillery. I'm not sure with the whole being in the red with Gar thing with Corey. I don't know what that was meant to do. It just kind of felt like it was unnecessary. Now, again, I don't watch Doom Patrol, so maybe there was a reason why they put those two things together, why we had that kind of mini mashup. But for this story, I don't feel like it really gave us anything. Yeah, Gar was saying he didn't control it. He has no idea. But I'm like, dude, you kind of are in control of it, though. I do think. And again, they didn't say that in this episode, so maybe that's not what they were trying to imply or impress. But I took from it that maybe Gar wasn't ready to go back yet, right? Or that he's thinking, if all the people I care about are here in this place that I associate with safety, maybe everyone will be okay, right? Because we know that for Gar, his biggest fear is being left all alone. We discovered that last episode. So for him to go from that to suddenly projecting himself into a prison inside the red that Corey was able to just wander into seems a bit interesting. But I guess that theory does fall apart in that it was just Corey. Like, why didn't all of them end up in there? I think I would have liked that episode a lot better, actually, if it was a situation where after they escaped the underground cavern of evil, that Gar actually sent them into a place in the red where they couldn't leave because subconsciously he wanted to protect them. And then he had to do his little vision quest with the dude from last season to like free them. Like, that to me would have been much more useful. Or not useful, I guess that's not the right word. I would have made more sense, I guess. But anyway, since we were told that Corey apparently needs to reconcile some things around herself
And then at the end, she just basically is like, yeah, I don't really want to fuel myself with hate for Sebastian. I'd rather fuel it with love for my friends. Again, good, great. But just again, kind of felt like we really had to have you trapped here in this place for the whole episode for you to come to that conclusion. Like, I don't know. It just felt like a weird path to get there, in my opinion. I'm not sure why it had to be like this. It just kind of feels like they're stalling, I guess is my point. This episode felt like they were stalling to move forward. I mean, I would say if anything, the Sebastian side of things kind of made a little bit more sense and, you know, moved a little bit more. But the Titan side of things was really just kind of all over the place for me. Like, it just didn't feel like we really moved anywhere. Like, yes, Gar's back with the team, which is great. We wanted that. But no questions about the Red, how he's been gone, how he saved them. Like, just, okay, never mind. We're just going to move on from that. And I get it. There's only so much they can handle in one season. But I just feel like that's something that we would have had a group talk about. Because that's pretty huge, right? That's a huge thing for him to be able to interdimensionally travel. But maybe we'll talk about it later. But again, with now only 2 episodes left, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to tackle into that or have time to do so. So then we had Rachel trying to sever her connection with her brother because Dick and everybody wanted to leave her behind for the mission to go to LexCorp because they were afraid that Sebastian would do something to hurt himself, potentially to hurt Rachel or vice versa. If he got hurt, she got hurt. And she was like, I think it's only because we were in that weird dimension. But Dick's like, we don't know that. And I don't want to test that theory in the field, which valid. But at the same time, you know, that's kind of, I don't know if it's a fair decision to make for Rachel. But anyway, because of that, Dick's like, okay, the only other way to potentially take out this worry for me is to sever the connection between the two of them. So he's like, your connection, yes, it is by blood technically, but there's a mystical connection. Like the feeling each other is mystical. So maybe there's a mystical solution. He does find one, apparently a way to separate the thing that brings them together. And I guess that mystical force is darkness, sadly. So that's what they do. They find someone who's able to do this ritual for them. A British friend is who told them about her. I'm not sure who that is. Apologies. Like I said, I'm not as versed in the DC world, so I'm not sure who that could be. I'm just trying to think of, from watching Young Justice, which characters I've seen that have been tied to any type of magic or that sort of thing. And all I can think of is, oh, why can I not think of his name? But I just remember he has like a golden cape. He's Zatanna's father. That's all I know. I think he's somebody who deals with magic and time and space too. And I don't think he was British though. So I don't know. I give up. I'm not sure. But if y'all know, you can let me know in the comments. Anyway, so yes, this woman tells them that yes, they have to, it's going to come out. It's going to have a physical form so it can be killed. Just make sure you get it, because if you don't kill it in enough time, Rachel's going to die because it will feed off of her life force. So they do it. It takes entirely too long for my liking, but it happens. So now the connection between Sebastian and Rachel is cut. And in a sense, like now they can't at least hurt each other through this connection. But obviously, I think it's going to have a bit of a toll. Like we see later on that with Sebastian, it actually, like you can see, he's actually rather upset about it. But we'll get to Sebastian in a minute. So yeah, that was kind of all that happened on the Titans side of things, is that Rachel is now free of her brother's connection and the team is effectively back together. But then on the other side of things, we see that Connor is leaning into this whole LexCorp thing. He's taken on the last name Luthor. He's now saying he's going to take over LexCorp in the stead of his father. And he said, of course, he's going to be working with Sebastian as one of his head of IT. And this is after he went to Sebastian and basically said, tell me what your dreams are and I'll make them come true. And we see Sebastian kind of throw back to episode 2, I believe it was, or 3, where we find out that he wanted to be a developer, a game developer, and that was squished. So he's saying, yeah, no, it's always been my dream to create a game that brought people together. So, you know, Connor's like, yeah, sure, whatever, we'll make that happen. I've got enough nerds to make that happen. So he goes to Sebastian goes to tell his mother basically that he doesn't want to use the horn and bring Trigon forward because he feels like he's enough. Like, why should I bring forth this person who's going to take like center stage when I should be the main attraction, right? Like, you came after me, you did all this to bring me back to you and to give me this power, right? Well, then Sebastian learns the hard way what Rachel was trying to tell him from the get-go, which is that their mothers ain't shit. Quite frankly, both him and her have terrible mothers who are just simps for Trigon and do not give a damn about their babies. They had these babies for Trigon to make him happy, but they did not want to be parents. They did not do it because they really wanted to have a baby. They did it so that the baby daddy would be obsessed with them, or so they thought. And so she basically told him this a couple of, well, way back, like about episode 4 or so. She was like, or 5, she was like, bro, our moms suck. They don't care about us. I'm telling you, what your mom is doing right now is to get Trigon back. She could care less about you. You're a tool. You are a means to an end. She does not look at you like a mother really should look at a child. And I know this from personal experience because that's exactly how my mama treated me. She actually was willing to sacrifice me for my dad. So just, get it through your head that our moms are not normal. He didn't want to hear that. And I get it. At that point, it was too soon. He never had his real mom. So he didn't really know kind of what to think and what to expect. And, personally, I probably would try to jump to my own mama's defense too. So anyway, he discovered this episode that Rachel was right. When he suggests not using the horn and saying that he's powerful enough, he literally gets laughed in the face by his mother. She basically says, you're nothing. Like, you are nothing. Your dad's everything. We need him. Like, I don't need you. Who do you think you are without your dad, right? She just goes up one side of him, down the other, spews out every single insecurity he's never had his whole life. Everything that she said a couple episodes ago to convince him to drink the blood, she's now taking all of it back and basically saying, no, it's all true. You're nothing. You're insignificant, whatever. Your dad's where it's at. You're just a sliver of what he could be. And even that, I don't care. So hearing that, of course, and then of course, when he starts to cry, she's like, oh, no, you're going to cry. No empathy for him whatsoever. So he finally sees his mother for the monster she is and he kind of lets go of this fantasy he might have had in his head that she's some endearing woman who really wants what's best for him, which is sad because that's really all that I think he wants, is just to be loved and accepted for who he is and to feel like he's good enough. But that part, the feeling good enough, is something you have to work on yourself, right? It's called self-esteem for a reason. He's got to build that up. But as far as just feeling loved and wanted, like every child out there wants their parents to be proud of them and to consider them to be significant. So to hear that from her, as we saw, that was just dagger to the heart, set him off, and he literally sets her on fire, which, long overdue. So yeah, he basically says, okay, I'm done listening to you, runs over to Connor, says, yeah, let's do this. And then Connor takes the code, has his people make the program, and basically like, whenever you're ready, execute it. But before he's about to do this, the words of his mother come back and he's like, I can't. In his mind, I think Sebastian's like, I can't fail at this. I can't. If this game goes out and it flops, my mother's going to be right. And all the inner demons in my head telling me all this negative stuff will be right. So he rigs the game. There's no way that he's going to allow himself to lose. He puts dark magic into it. And the dark magic basically, as we see, gets people so addicted to the game that they can't stop playing. And then when they do, it's because they literally die. So, or they're close to it. So we see that this game actually is siphoning their life force and putting it into Sebastian. And he gets high off of it, quite literally. And Connor figures this out eventually. He's like, what's going on? And then that's when Connor realizes, A, he's not as smart as he thought he was. B, that he's got zero control over Sebastian. Because we saw earlier that he texted to his little informant there, Mercy. He's like, yeah, I've got control of Connor. I'm good. No, you don't. No, you don't. Sir, you have no idea how to deal with a truly twisted mind. You don't. Even though you got that Lex Luthor blood in you. Lex, twisted but logical. Sebastian, just twisted, right? So he starts to realize that things have spun out of control. Connor may be a lot of things, but he does not like to see senseless death, right? He's not the kind of person who wants to see innocent people die. And that's exactly what's happening with this game. So he realizes he's going to have to do something to stop it, but he doesn't know what to do because he starts to realize, Sebastian starts to flex this because he's been really muted about his power around Connor to this point. But once he starts feeding it all these souls, he's starting to get into it. He's starting to feel himself. He's starting to smell his own, what. So he starts flexing his power and letting Connor know, like, I have power, sir. Let you know, like, I can mess you up. And your powers are useless against my dark magic. Like, if you didn't learn that from my mama, you will learn it from me. So Connor realizes that he can't just do what he wants here. Like, he can't use brute force when it comes to Sebastian. So we see he does manage to stop the game from being distributed anymore and gets it deleted from the source. But, of course, a lot of damage has already been done. And now he's like, I'm not sure what I have to do or what I need to do to take this guy out, because I thought that I'd be able to do it my way, but it's not working out. And we see that Sebastian's pretty ticked off after it all gets deleted. He's rather crushed because this dream he had of becoming a god through video games has been crushed. But again, for him, it's just it's a failure, right? It's another thing that didn't go right. And on top of that, his connection with Rachel gets severed right around the same time. So now you know, he just kind of feels, I think, more alone than he ever has, because now he knows his mom's not coming back, or so he thought. And Rachel is now no longer someone he can at least reach out to via their connection. So, you know, the last we see of him, he's just kind of, you know, devastated. But obviously this is going to be, again, another pivotal point for Sebastian. Either he's going to really just double down into this evil side now that he feels like he's lost too much, or it's going to be him maybe rethinking whether or not this path is really the right way for him to go with all this power. But we also saw at the end that it looks like his mama woke up out in the morgue. She ain't gone. So yes, who knows what's going to happen now, because she still needs Sebastian. That's the thing. She can't just get rid of him, but she knows how to manipulate him as well. So I feel like she's going to try to do something to force his hand to blow this horn. And this is basically what I think is going to be our culmination point for the season, is they're going to have to figure out a way to keep him from blowing that horn, whether it's willingly or because his mother has somehow created a situation where he feels like he has to. So that's what I'm thinking, but we have 2 more episodes left. We'll have to see where that takes us. So yeah, that was the episode, guys. As I said, I feel like it was a bit fillery. It wasn't bad, but you know, it could have been better. But I did enjoy watching it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.